Hello.
Hey.
Today we're going to make Rice Krispie cakes.
Woo!
I love Rice Krispie cakes and it's coming up to the summer and these are a nice treat you can just make at home. So with the help of the beautiful Charlie, I shall show you how to make them.
I'm not very good at cooking, I'd just like to warn you.
I'll do the cooking, you hand me stuff and look pretty. Can you do that?
I can do that.
You put the hob on, just start heating the water and you put a bowl on top of it, then you get the chocolate. You just put the chocolate in the bowl. You don't want to make the bowl too hot because it will burn the chocolate.
How do you know it's hot enough, Danny?
Guess.
You can't just guess.
I use some powder as well, just some hot chocolate powder in there.
Should we put it all in?
Yeah, fuck it.
Make it real small. Sorry about that.
I don't really measure how much chocolate I'm putting in. You can definitely put it all in because the worst thing's going to happen is you're just going to make a lot of Rice Krispie cakes.
Awesome.
The leftover chocolate you can just eat later.
It needs to melt in its own time. You can't force these things.
Melt! My favourite bit is just when the chocolate starts to melt. While the chocolate is melting, which can be quite a long process depending on how hot your pan is, you can get yourself a tray and you can just put cake cases in there. We're going to use full-size ones. The smaller you make your lumps of chocolate, the easier it is to melt and stir.
We should have got some strawberries so we could just dip strawberries in it.
They're not Rice Krispie cakes, they're strawberries dipped in chocolate.
That sounds like so melted. You're going to soak Rice Krispies in it? Or pour it over Rice Krispies?
Pour it and stir. If you take the chocolate off just before it fully melts, it means that as you're stirring in the Rice Krispies, it will melt. As I didn't measure the chocolate, not really going to measure these. I just think it's just better this way. So I'll just pour some in, give it a bit of a stir. There's loads of chocolate still left there, so I'll just pour some more in. Pour and stir until all the chocolate covers the Rice Krispies. If you only put in a little bit at a time, then you don't run the risk of over Rice Krispie your chocolate, really.
You could just eat it.
You can just eat it now, yeah.
That'd be amazing. Why are we making it into cakes for?
I think that is
Sorted.
good. And then you just kind of just spoon them into the cases. Roughly a spoonful.
You know when you get cake fairs and you always see Rice Krispie cakes, they're always the best sellers. And they always taste so good, but they take so little effort. Like there's no cooking involved.
You can generally make about 12 from a few bars of chocolate and some Rice Krispies. I'm quite large with my portion serving. I just make less.
It's a proper cooking video without any measurements at all.
Some escaped.
Lots escaped.
Some chocolate Rice Krispies don't actually like to be eaten.
And you should eat them before, because they're like your little snack as you go along. They're just really just helping you out.
Just left with a bit of chocolate in there. You can, if you want, just pour a few more Rice Krispies in, or you can just say, thanks to the spoon of chocolate.
Look how good they look.
As Charlie has demonstrated, you then put these in the fridge to set.
Beautifully artfully balanced by Danny.
Once the Rice Krispie cakes are set, they'll just be hard
Nom.
and cold, and you can just eat them.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Well done, us.